Hi, hello dear students. In the yesterday class we have started the Unit 2 of first PUC Physics, that is units and measurements. In the last class we have seen that what are the physical quantities and types of the physical quantities. What are the types of the physical quantities? That is fundamental quantities and derived quantities. In the fundamental quantities we have subdivided as the fundamental quantities itself, and another one is supplementary quantities. So we have seen the fundamental quantities are measured directly. So fundamental quantities are measured directly. So today we have to see that how they are measured and what are the units or what are the instruments who are involved in the measuring the fundamental quantities and the quantities existed in our nature. So let's see that what are unit. So what are the unit? What is unit means, if you consider, this is scale. So this is scale. We are using since from the primary. So this is scale. How much scale it is? What you say? What is the length of the scale? You can say that it is 15 centimeter. So like 15 centimeter. Okay. 15 centimeter means this is nothing but 0.15 meter. Okay, 0.15 meter. So 1.15 is a numerical value. 0.15 is a numerical value, and meter is a unit of the length. Okay, it is the unit of the length. So what is the length of this board? Can we compare the magnitude? That is, if the length of this board is 1 meter, this is 1 meter. So 1 is a magnitude value, then the meter m is a unit. Okay, so now see the definition of the unit. So measurement of any physical quantity involves comparison with internationally accepted reference standard called unit. Okay, so measurement of any physical quantity means now we have measured the what is the length of this board. Okay, that is we say that 1 meter, where 1 meter means measurement of any physical quantity involves comparison with internationally accepted reference standard. So 1 meter is everywhere 1 meter only. That cannot be a different one. Or here the 1 meter is not a 1.2 meter in America. Okay, the 1 meter is constant everywhere. Okay, so what is the definition of unit? Any physical measurement of any physical quantity involves comparison with internationally accepted reference standard called unit. Okay, is that clear? Internationally accepted reference standard or internationally accepted standard. Okay, reference standard is called unit. Is it clear? For example, we have already said that the 100 meter running track. The 100 meter running track in India and in our BLD college ground, it is also same, and the 100 meter running track in the Olympic is also same. Okay, there is no difference at all. There is no difference. Okay, so the next, the units for derived quantities are called as derived units. Yesterday class we have discussed about what are the types of the physical quantities. Okay, so there are fundamental quantities and derived quantities. The units which are used to measure the fundamental quantities are called fundamental units, and the units which are used to measure the derived quantities are called the derived quantities. The next, the units for fundamental quantities are called fundamental units of base. So the fundamental is also called as a base. Okay, so remember this one. They are called as fundamental quantities or base quantities. So next, a complete set of these units, both the base units and derived units, are called system of units. Both the combined units, the complete set of the base units and derived units are called as system of units. So combining both the system base units and derived units, we call it as a system of units. It becomes a system, a big system to measure the everything existed in our nature. So these are called as the system of units. Okay, remember this. System of units. A complete set of these two, both the base units and derived units are called system of units. Okay, clear? Okay. Now the internationally system of units. The internationally system of units means initially before the SI unit came, means before the what is in an initial stage of the scientist in the revolution, science revolution, what happens? In different countries, different scientists used different measurements. One uses the 1 foot and one uses the 1 inch, and another one scientist uses the 1 meter, and another one is 1 centimeter. So there are different types of the systems created before 19th century or before 20th century. Okay, so let's see what are the systems existed in our world. First one is CGS system. CGS system. C where CGS. So the name is given itself on the basis of the units. Okay, the name given on the basis of the units itself. Okay, where C refers to the length unit centimeter, and mass is measured in gram. Okay, the time is measured in second. Okay, CGS means centimeter, gram, and second. Next system is FPS. Okay, FPS, where length is measured in foot. Okay, where mass is measured in pound. Time is measured in second. Okay, play. And next MKS. So just think about it. So I have already written, you can see and say what are the MKS. So that's not. So you have to close your eyes, and what CGS is centimeter, gram, and second. FPS is foot, pound, and second. And what will be the MKS? You have to think that one. Okay. You have to think. MKS means mass, length is measured in meter, and mass is measured in kg, and time is measured in second. So MKS system is almost similar to the standard system of units now we are using. So the fourth and the very important one we are now using in the world is SI, or International System of Units, or International System of Units. Okay, International System of Units. This is we are using currently in the entire world. Okay, this system of units is using in the world now. So what are let's see, there are 7 fundamental quantities and 2 supplementary units in the SI system. Okay, so there are 7 physical quantities, means fundamental, 7 fundamental quantities and 2 supplementary units. So what are those? Let's see one by one. So where length is a physical quantity, the length is measured in meter. We are dealing with the SI unit now. Okay, remember this one. You may ask for 3 marks or 2 marks question. Write the SI system of units. Okay, for 3 marks or 2 marks, you may ask this one, or write the SI system of units. Okay, you have to write 7 plus 2. Okay, you have to write 7 plus 2. So length is measured in meter. The symbol is M. Remember this one. Don't write capital M. Okay, the unit, the symbol for meter is small m. So this is very important to keep in mind. Okay, what are the small letters and what are the capital letters? Then mass is measured in kilogram, kg. Today you have every day you go to the kirana stores and you will buy something. You say give us pav kg sugar and something, and 1 kg rice. So that is the kg, the unit of kg. So this is nothing but units and measurements is nothing but this is we already using. These are what we are already using in our life. So just we have to learn how it came and how it can be defined. Okay. Length meter, mass is kilogram, and kg. K is small, G is small. Okay. Time is measured in second. Indicator small s. Okay. Electric current means in the wires we are using electric current. So that is electric current. That is name is ampere. The SI system name is ampere, and that is indicated as capital A. So remember, capital A. Ampere is indicated as capital A. So the fifth one is thermodynamic temperature. In common time we use unit for temperature as a Celsius. So that is not a internationally accepted unit. Okay, so that is the international SI system of unit is Kelvin. So that is what is that? Kelvin. So Kelvin, it is indicated as capital K. Okay, remember this one. Indicated as a capital K. Next, the sixth one is amount of substance. So in chemistry we deal with the amount of substance. How much molecules are there? One mole. So if you are going to deal with the Avogadro numbers, something there you will come to know exactly what you mean by amount of substance. So we will see that. So what is the unit of amount of substance? That is mole. Amount of substance is mole. So this amount of substance is not same as mass. Okay, remember this one. So this is amount of substance means that is also a mass. Don't say that kg. Don't be confused. Okay, amount of substance means it is indicated mole, and basically the symbol is MOL, mole. Okay, the last one is luminous intensity. Okay, the last one is luminous intensity. So the luminous intensity physical quantity is named by candela. A candela. What will compatible to with you can comes from that one. Okay, so candela. So that one is denoted as small c and d. Okay, small c d. So these are the important one to be remembered. You want to write an exam all this. Okay, and this one also. So there are two supplementary units as I said before. So let's see what are those. So there are two supplementary units. One is plane angle. Okay, plane angle. So we have seen all the physical quantities we see in the everyday life. So you want to measure what is the angle. So how you want to measure that one? So for that one we have given supplementary, means extra units for that one. So let's see what are those. Plane angle. Plane angle is measured by radian. So don't you will say that we measure plane angle as a degree. In degree we measure 20 degree, 50 degree, 90 degree, 180 degree. So it's also there. So we want to convert that degree to radian with the one relation. Okay, that relation we will come to know in further classes. So the plane angle is measured by the unit radian. It is indicated as RAD, radian. Okay. Then next one is solid angle. Solid angle means, so in plane angle means just the angle we have to measure. Okay. We will define this two in this class only. So the plane angle is known as radian, RAD, and solid angle is nothing but steradian, means SR. Steradian means SR. Okay, is it clear? So I think everything is clear. So now let us in the conventional matter, conventional language. Okay, so now we have last class physical quantities ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ನೋಡಿದೆವು. ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ವಿಧಗಳಾದ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಡಿರೈವ್ಡ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟರಿ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವು ನಮಗೆ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮೇಜರ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಒಂದು ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ರಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, measurement of any physical quantity involves comparison with internationally accepted reference standard. ಸೊ ಇಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿಯನ್ನ ನಮಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಕ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯವಾಗಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಒಪ್ಪಿಕೊಂಡಂತ ನಮಗೊಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಹೌದು, ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಮೀಟರ್ ಅಂತ ಇದು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 1 is a comparing 1 with the meter. Okay, the length of this board is 1 meter. So we are comparing that one. Next, so in 100 meter track ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್, 100 meter ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದ್ ಕಡೆ 100 meter ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇದ್ದ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಕಡೆ 150 meter ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಆಗಿ ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎರರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚೆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ಮಾಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಬಟ್ 100 meter ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ is always and everywhere is same. Okay, so the next, the units for derived quantities are called as derived units. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ derived quantity ಗಳಿಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇರುತ್ತಾವಲ್ರಿ, ಅವನ್ನ ನಾವು derived units ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? derived units. The units for derived quantities are called derived units ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ the units for fundamental quantities are called as fundamental units ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, or base ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The units ನಾವು ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವಲ್ಲ, ಅವುಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಬೇಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ both the base units and derived units are called system of units. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಕೂಡಿ ಯಾವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವಿದೆ the complete derived units and fundamental units are both combined to give, we call it as a system of units ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಒಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ, ಅದೊಂದು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಕರೀತಾರೆ, ಅದರ ಸಂಬಂಧ ನಾವು ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗಳು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲೇ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಭಾಷೆ, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡನೇ ನಾವು ರೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಾರ್ತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕನ್ನಡ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೊ ಸೌತ್ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಕನ್ನಡ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಏನು ಪೂರಾ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಮಾತಾಡೋ ಶೈಲಿ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು 4 ಏನಂದರೆ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ಗಳಿವೆ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥವು. CGS ಇದೆ, CGS ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, CGS. ಸಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಕೊಡುತ್ತೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಮೇನ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಯಾವ ಅಂದರೆ ಲೆಂತ್, ಮಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮೇನ್ ಫಂಡಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇವನ್ ಏನಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ 3 ಲೆಟರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇದ್ರದ್ದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅವ ಇಂಡಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಏನ್ರಿ ಲೆಂತ್, ಮಾಸ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. CGS ಇದೆ ಲೆಂತ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ is measured in centimeter, mass in gram, time in second. Okay, length in centimeter and G mass in gram, base in time. FPS ಅಂದ್ರೆ F means food, P mass and S is time. Okay, MKS ಅಲ್ಲಿ MKS almost SI ಅಂತ ಸೇಮ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, M means length, K mass kg and S time. Okay, ಹೀಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದರೂ ಬರ್ಬೋದು 2-3 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ರೈಟ್ ದ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಮಗೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಬರೀಬೇಕು. ಇದು ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೀ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇಸ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಬರೀ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಬರೆದು ಇವು 7 ಮೊದಲು ಬರೀಬೇಕು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಇವೆರಡು ಹಾಕಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇಷ್ಟು ಇದೆ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಇದು ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ಮರಿಲಾರೆ ನೀವು ಬರೆದು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು, ಮನೇಲಿ ಬರೆದು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ನೋಟ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದು ತೆಗೆದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮಗೆ ರಫ್ ಹಾಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರೆದು ತೆಗಿಬೇಕು. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ನೀವು ಇವನ್ನ ಭಾಳ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದಿನ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಹೋಗೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಬರ್ತವೆ, ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸಂಬಂಧ ಸೊ ಈ ಯೂನಿಟ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸಂಟ್ರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಮತ್ತು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. International system of units. So there are 2 supplementary units we have used. So let's define them. How they can be defined and how we can write them. So first one is plane. What is plane? Radian. So this important definition you must remember. So we have plane angle. So in plane angle, right, what is the plane angle? This is plane angle. This is the angle d theta. Why do we take d theta? D theta means it is small angle. We have taken small angle. So this is the radius. We have taken the circle. In that we have taken this the radius r. Radius r. This is the length of the r. Take the length of the r as ds. Length of the r is ds. Fine. Is it fine? Okay. Length of the r is ds. So how we can define a radian? Radian means d theta. D theta is defined as d theta is equal to ds by length of the r, radius of the circle. So this is definition of radian. So now see that. So radian is defined as the angle, the plane angle. Radian is given as the ratio of the length of the r to the radius of the circle. Okay, radius of the circle. What is that? So in front of this we have to write radian. Okay, in front of this we have to write radian. ds by dr radian. d theta means this is a radius. It's defined as the ratio of the length of the arc, ratio of the length of the arc to the radius of the circle. Okay, this is the definition of plane angle. What is that? It is the ratio of the length of the arc to the radius of the circle. Fine. The second one, the second supplementary unit is steradian. Okay, steradian is for solid angle. Steradian is for solid angle. Okay, solid angle. Solid angle. Solid angle. So we have to say it's solid angle. So let's take solid angle. We consider this as solid angle. Okay, that's solid angle. So this is the radius r. This is considered as the d. Okay, d square. So what we call d square. So consider this is the area of the this is the area. Okay, dA. So in similar manner as we defined radian, we want to define steradian. So steradian is nothing but this sigma is the ratio of the area A to the square of the radius of the sphere. Okay, it is defined as the ratio of the area of the sphere with the center O. So there is center O with the radius square of the radius of the sphere. Okay, how we can define this one? So now we see what are the some important terms why we use for that one. Here it is. Okay. The abbreviations in powers of 10. Okay, the abbreviations in powers of 10. Why we use abbreviations in powers of 10? Abbreviations in powers of 10. So listen, why the abbreviations we have to use that one? Because in measuring the very large distances and in measuring the very small distances, we can't write that it is 1 billion zeros or 10 zeros or 12 zeros before the exam. So it will become a very large numerical value. So instead of writing a very large numerical value, we have introduced powers of 10, abbreviations in powers of 10. So let's see what are those. So first one is we come from bigger to smaller. Okay, it means in decreasing order. Write like 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. How many zeros are there? 12 zeros. 3 4 12. So 12 zeros means 10 to the power 12. So this is prefix means pre means before. We want to fix this prefix values before the unit. Okay. Now symbol. Symbol. So this one is 10 to the power plus 12. So remember plus 12 is coming from bigger to smaller. Okay. This one is Kara. One is capital T. So in our abbreviations we are using the bigger one is capital T. So the Titanic ship is very big. Okay, the Titanic ship is very big. So we have to remember by using that one. Okay. So Titanic ship is very big. Okay. Tera means it is given as T. 12 to the power 10 to the power 12. Okay. Next 1 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 10 to the power 9. Okay. 10 to the power 9 and giga. Giga. It is symbolized as capital G. Okay. Next one is 0, 0, 0, 10 to the power 6. Okay, this is known as mega. Next chapter 11. Okay, and 1, 0, 0, 0, 10 to the power 3 kg. We deal with kg. Okay, this is kilo. Small k. We are using in day-to-day life of kg. Before that gram, that k is nothing but this one, small k. So remember, got that one? Then 10 to the power 200. 400 2 and is hepton. Hepton and h. Then for 10 to the power 1. Yes, deca. Plus dA. dA means 10. 10 dA. Remember like this one. For 10 we have two numbers, two alphabets. Okay, that is dA. For 1, 10 to the power 0. That is base value. It's a base one. Okay. Now see. For 0.1, 10 to the power minus 1 deci. We use deci, not a d. Okay. Then for 10 to the power minus 2 centi. Before meter we write c. Okay. Before meter in our day-to-day life, centimeter scale. The meter, before meter we have to use centi, so that c is nothing but centi. 10 to the power minus 2 means 1 divided by 100. Next 10 to the power minus 3 milli. Yes, yeah. Okay. And 10 to the power minus 6 nothing but micro. Micro means small. Okay. This is micro, denoted as mu. As mu. Then next one is 10 to the power, we here I will write 10 to the power minus 9. Then what? Nano. Noted as n. Fine. Next 10 to the power minus 12 pico. Noted as small p. Fine. Next 10 to the power minus 15 femto. Yeah, 10 to the power minus 18 to. These are the abbreviations in powers of 10 we use for to make the calculation simple. We are going to use these abbreviations in our further classes or in our further studies. Okay, so please remember this all. So not all. So the important one are these are nothing but you have to remember nano and micro, and centi is simple, and kilo is simple, and tera, giga, mega. These are the important one, and also pico, atto means 18. Remember like this one. Atto, it means atto. What 10 to the power minus 18 came. 10 to the power minus 18 come. You have in your mouth. Suddenly you want to come there. Atto. 10 to the power minus 18 atto. Like this. Okay. 10 to the power minus 18 atto. So these are the abbreviations in powers of 10 we are using in further classes. So okay. This completes the second lecture. Okay. Thank you very much.